Let's begin this wonderful morning with a quick look at Donald Trump's potential running mates.
In the 2024 presidential race, Vivek Ramaswamy effectively ran as a surrogate for Donald Trump, aligning himself with Trump's policies and cheering for him. A Fox News poll last month showed that twice as many Americans disliked Vivek Ramaswamy as liked him.
Kari Lake, a former TV news anchor, is known for her combative style and her refusal to accept the results of her 2022 race, baselessly claiming it was stolen. If Kari Lake had won the 2022 Arizona governor's race, she might have been a top choice for a national ticket, but her loss and lack of political experience could be a drawback.
J.D. Vance, a freshman senator from Ohio, underwent a pro-Trump conversion and rode the MAGA wave to victory in 2022, potentially making him a candidate who understands Trump's base. However, Vance underperformed other Ohio Republicans in the 2022 campaign, and his lack of political experience could be a concern.
Kristi Noem, the South Dakota governor, is allied with Trump but has a relatively low national profile, which may limit her appeal as a running mate. Nikki Haley, with her electoral track record and experience as a UN ambassador, could be a strong choice for a running mate if the goal is to reach out to segments of the party that aren't sold on Trump.
However, Trump and his allies have expressed reservations about Nikki Haley's loyalty and suitability for the ticket. Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor, won big in 2022 and is popular among Republican-based voters, but his recent actions and the fact that both he and Trump live in Florida may pose challenges.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders, former White House press secretary, knows how to spin for Trump and has experience in culture wars, making her a candidate with a direct personal tie to Trump. Tim Scott, the senator from South Carolina, is seen as a broadly agreeable contender who could provide diversity to the ticket, but his history of devotion to Trump is not as extensive.
Elise Stefanik, a New York congresswoman, has a strong connection to Trump, having served in House GOP leadership and demonstrated unwavering support for him. Stefanik's willingness to defend and support Trump at all costs could make her a favorable choice for Trump's VP pick.
Well, maybe Stefanik will become the versus P pick. Let's focus on Nikki Haley for a moment.
Nikki Haley has returned to the campaign trail in South Carolina, launching a series of attacks against Donald Trump, including accusing him of throwing a temper tantrum in his victory speech and challenging him to a debate.
However, outside of Haley's loyal supporters, the Republican Party is coalescing around Trump, who secured a second straight early state win in New Hampshire, leading to doubts about Haley's path forward.
Despite her loss in New Hampshire, Haley projected confidence at her South Carolina event, where supporters were enthusiastic and optimistic about her showing.
Trump and his allies are aiming to quickly secure the nomination, with Trump warning that anyone who donates to Haley will be barred from the MAGA camp, which Haley turned into a fundraising opportunity.
Haley emphasized her commitment to staying in the race, highlighting that a presidential candidate needs 1,215 delegates, while Trump has 32 and she has 17.
She continued to question Trump's mental competence, suggesting he was confused in a recent speech, and some attendees at her event expressed hope in Haley's chances to challenge Trump's dominance in the race.
We're going to see Trump become consumed with rage at Haley in the coming weeks. His put-downs will become ever more graphic. His aides will plead for him to focus. He will not let it drop, but will seethe with resentment and vindictive retribution. Bet on it. He's a textbook sociopath.
Comic book sociopath.
As Donald Trump says, if you can't rape 'em, beat 'em.
His big Arizona GOP event tonight was canceled by the Trump team. Is Donnie sick or more out of control than normal?
He's going full psychopath. Everyone knows you don't go full psycho, man.
More like psychopath. I mean, seriously, you can see he would like to hurt her because she is refusing to give in to him.
Haley is going to lose in South Carolina if she stays in. Look for Haley to exit the race soon. Haley's political career is over if she loses to Trump in South Carolina.
Haley has one job to do at this point. Be a patriot. Say and do what is best for your country. You have this unique opportunity. You worked under Trump, and you saw firsthand what he did and didn't do. Now you stand against him alone. You aren't going to win. Anything bad you say about Trump is going to make enemies of many almost Republicans. But you can save this country. You can finish what Liz Cheney and others started. You have the bully pulpit for the next 6 months. Even if you run out of money, you can get an on-air interview on any station, even Fox. You can sand the bark off of Trump, make him angry, vengeful, bring out his misogyny. Tell the truth.
I believe being brave and honest would also be the best political strategy, but Republicans can't make themselves do it.
Actually, continuing to run and putting up with all the bullying from Trump is what would be being brave. She would get death threats. She'd have to show a lot of spine.
She's a woman running for president in this country. She's no doubt getting death threats every day already.
Haley saved the country. She promised to pardon Trump if she wins. She deserves to lose and lose big.
She isn't getting elected, so we don't have to worry about that promise.
She knows how much worse things will get in this country if the Red Menace is imprisoned. Cleanest way to end this cluster is pardon the man so he can spend the rest of his life he has been living in relative obscurity, which to him would be a virtual death sentence. The last thing we need is to make a living martyr out of him.
She will not be our savior. That is not in her character. Before long, she will cave, and she will support Trump. She will say that defeating Biden is in the best interest of the country. She wants to remain a force in the Republican Party, and in order to do that, she will be loyal to her party and back Trump. She bends with the wind. That is who she is and has always been.
No, she won't. But if she did knuckle under, she'd never live it down. It'd be all over for her as a politician. Backing Trump is being disloyal to the party. The current GOP are the Renos. The corruption started by Newt Gingrich 30 years ago.
Well said.
Keep poking the elderly, thin, orange-skinned, sore loser. He's close to snapping even worse.
Bing bing bong bong pffft whoosh pop.
This is exactly why feckless Republicans want Nikki to step aside. They know that Trump is a deeply flawed, impulsive man-child and that Nikki's campaigning is resulting in making him less electable every day. Some days ago Trump went full racist against her. Then Trump ruined his own victory in NH by seething and complaining, and by having Senator Tim Scott as a sidekick lackey that only took away from Trump, with his weird distracting grimaces galore in the victory speech. What will he do tomorrow? Don't know, but Nikki, please stay in the race. The longer you stay, the better your chances and the better it is for our country, as we will appreciate the monster better and his wannabe normalizes best.
We're also going to place strong protections to stop banks and regulators from trying to debank you from your political beliefs. What they do, they want to debank you. I don't know what you're talking about. His speech was clear as mud.
Win, lose or draw, Haley is giving Trump fits. I'm good with that.
Haley is right. He has 32 and she has 17. And he has up-teen lawsuits. Anything can happen. I hope she stays in just to get under his skin.
How are so many people in the media so dense? He's nervous about her, you can tell from his unhinged attacks.
And you learned that from the media.
I learned it from his own actions and quotes, which you read in the media.
I don't see Haley beating the dumpster, but I am hopeful that she can extract her pound of flesh from him. Over 100 pounds could be extracted, and that's just chins, insert rimshot gif here.
Trump can defeat himself in the courtroom.
Never forget that Haley promised to pardon Trump. That, alone, should be a disqualifier for office.
She correctly points out that he is failing mentally and would be a danger as president, yet she will also vote for him in November. That too should disqualify her. If she really cared about the country, she wouldn't get behind someone she says is a danger.
If she gets in the White House, she'll have the upper hand, and probably won't feel like pardoning him, especially after all his insults.
Fight on, Nikki, because you have nothing to lose. Trump hates you, so give him a reason to really detest you. You may win new supporters during this fight.
It's time for Donald Trump to do the right thing and drop out of the race, so the Republicans can all support Nikki Haley.
Good one, Donald Trump should do the right thing. Yeah, that'll happen.
And after that, he should do more right things and confess to his many and varied crimes and walk himself to prison.
Trump criticizes Haley for not accepting defeat. Irony is truly dead.
He's correct. Like it or not, the race is over.
See, I was right.
Good Lord, are you stupid?
I like that she's staying in the race to irritate the hell out of him. Maybe her strategy is to irritate him to the point of complete mental breakdown.
I'm rooting for her in that respect.
He's already suffered that.
Nikki Haley is the best fighter against Donald Trump. I hope she will stay in the race in order to humiliate Donald Trump. I want that to happen.
Wait, didn't Haley actually win in New Hampshire? Isn't that what Trump would be saying, over and over, if he'd lost? I say she just keeps moving forward until he goes to jail or finally has a coronary. At least it will annoy the hell out of him and give him a taste of his own meds.
Come on, the latter.
Her greatest contribution to our country would be to engage DJT in a debate. He's dodging them for obvious reasons, but if she could successfully challenge him, that would be a great contribution to the country. Seeing him in action would make ever clearer why he is in no way qualified to lead our country. Meanwhile, if you are ready, willing, and able to help defeat DJT and the enabling, politically profiteering GOP, then get politically active and help the Democrats get out the blue vote.
If you are a Dem, re-register as independent or even as a Republican and vote for NH in the primary. Maybe Dems can force ours to choose a better candidate. There is no shame in registering as an R for the sake of the country.
I'm voting for Joe, but go Haley, go.
I'm with you. Whatever irritates Trump is fine by me, and helps America.
I don't see myself ever voting for any Republican ever again, but I do admire Haley's spunk. I hope she ramps it up.
Haley is a dishonest person who changes her positions according to what she perceives a given audience wants to hear. The only benefit of her candidacy is that she obviously causes Trump to have tantrums, causing him to further reveal his racism and misogyny. Plus, she is forcing him to spend campaign funds against a member of his party rather than Biden.
Fair enough. Causes Trump to have tantrums, causing him to further reveal his racism and misogyny. This is a positive for the average Republican voter. Even the tantrums telling it like it is.
That is politics. Crimea River. Biden, Harris 2024 vote blue. Ever true and destroy the Repug Party forever.
That's why we cheer Nikki Haley to stay in the race. Trump's temper tantrums and unhinged rants are music to our ears. Go Nikki.
Trump appears to have inherited his father's Alzheimer's. I don't love her policies, but I love the fact that a woman is standing up to that sexist, abusive pig and saying what is pretty obvious, that he has lost his last marble. Fighting him will raise her profile with other women and with the many people disgusted with Trump.
Well, there you have it, folks. A quick look at what America is thinking. Subscribe and like and have a wonderful day.